Retail industry is being disrupted by online shopping. Retailers like the giant Alibaba, Amazon, and Souq.com have been growing exponentially in the last 10 years, and they're going to continue to grow. In the next year, 3 years, for example, online shopping is going to exceed hundreds of billions of US dollars. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these two guys. These two guys are Jordanian, by the way. This guy is called Fadi Ghandour. He's the one who started Airmix, that's right. And both of these guys, Fadi Ghandour and Samih Touqan, they were the ones who started Souq.com, which was acquired by Amazon this year. You know for how much? Amazon acquired Souq.com this year for $800 million. See the exponential growth that is happening. Transportation is being disrupted by Uber. Uber is the largest taxi company in the world. Can anybody give a guess of how many taxis they own at the moment? 0 taxes. They don't own nothing. Exactly. They only own the application, actually, and they maintain it. So Uber is the largest taxi company in the world, and yet they don't own a single taxi. Today, the market valuation of Uber is $62 billion. Airbnb also, I don't know if you're familiar with Airbnb. Airbnb is the largest hotel company in the world, and yet they don't own a single hotel. Kareem also is an example of Uber, yeah. Airbnb, the market valuation of Airbnb today is $30 billion US dollars, and that's more than Hilton and Hyatt combined. Automotive industry is going to be disrupted by electric vehicles like Tesla car and Google car. Can you imagine when the electric vehicle, the Google car, which is called the bubble car, which is self-driven, by the way, and which is going to be autonomous, self-driven. There's no driver. Okay, it will be out there and ready to go, and which will eventually cost $1,000. The whole automotive industry will be disrupted. The whole transportation industry will be disrupted. The whole oil industry will be disrupted. Even the medicine industry is being disrupted. The need for doctors are being significantly impacted by the phenomenal amount of information that is available out there online or on the internet. A 14-year-old kid called Jack was able to find a medical solution for his uncle who was suffering from cancer by doing a Google search that was adopted and accepted by Johns Hopkins. That's one of the huge medical institutions in the world. So if 14 and 15 years old kid can find can start a medical research online, can you imagine in 10 years how that's gonna affect the whole, our need for doctors? Even the solar energy is moving on a perfect exponential trend. It dropped from $76 per kilowatt hour in 1977 to 3 cents last year per kilowatt hour. And that is going to continue reducing. So after all this, and looking at this exponentially accelerating world, do we really want to stay linear in this whole accelerating world? Because if we have not transformed ourselves from linear to exponential, if we stay linear in this exponentially accelerating world, then it will not only seem as though our competition is racing away from us, but that we are sliding backwards at the breakneck speed into oblivion. Bill Joy, and he's one of the visionaries in Silicon Valley, California, he says that the smartest people of the world will no longer work for you. You know why? Because they will work for themselves online. So they don't need to get hired by anybody. They are their own bosses. Salim Ismail, who is executive president of the Singularity University, he says that whenever you try to make a transformation from linear to exponential in any institution, then the immune system of the institution will come and attack you. Because like they resist the change. Okay, they can't like transform from linear to exponential overnight. They will resist the change because they're afraid of it. And the reason, and he says that the solution for this is to establish on the side, to establish a special unit on the side, achieve exponential change, and then set an example and then infect everybody else. That's the solution.